All right, guys, let's talk about the benefits of using a glucometer. Now, my favorite dual glucometer stands to date, which is the Precision Extra. Screenshot. This one just seems to be more accurate than the Mojo. So the Mojo is a new glucometer that has come on the market, and people tend to rush off and get that one just simply because the ketone strips are cheaper. That's a problem because ketone strips should be cheaper for the Precision Extra, which originally was not designed really for type 1 diabetics to watch their ketones, because type 1 diabetics don't produce insulin, and without insulin, the ketones tend to rise to an acidic level, which is not good. But the rest of you people, you're good to go. It's very rare to have a symptom called ketoacidosis. Very rare. It tends to be coming from immune deficiencies, or if you have like dengue fever, which you don't have, most of you. All right, here we go. So I've spoken about these numbers before, but new people keep trying to do the ketogenic diet, so I thought I would update and give you the numbers again. Now, you want to use this darn thing for about a month, really, and get it. Now, you really can't predict your body in numbers, but on the other hand, really looking the algorithms of your blood sugar and ketones will really help you understand what's going on with your symptoms. So you want to look for blood sugar between 69 and 80 milligrams per deciliter. Often 69, to be honest, you guys, is a hypoglycemic number. People tend to do well with sweet spots, which would be more around 75, 76, 77, 78, 79. That's the sweet spot range, really, even though it's 69 to 80 milligrams per deciliter. Now, in millimoles, a good number would be around a 4.4. Now, you could have a 3.9 to about a 4.5, and that would be your range, and a 4.4 would be the sweet spot if you are in millimolar, which is another system outside the US. Yes, we still use yards and inches and ounces. Sorry, guys, and milligrams per deciliter. Now, the ketones are the same. Doesn't matter. It's all millimolar, the ketones. And you want to be between a 1.8 and a 3.0. Now, Steve Finney once said you are in ketosis when you make ketones at a 0.5. That's under a 1. And people are absolutely feeling terrible under a 1. And that is the reason why when I've been coaching people, you guys, for many years, I start to see people not feel well until the ketones hit a 1.8. Now, I'm happy to see ketones over 1, but I'm really happy to see ketones at a 1.8 and a sweet spot of about a 2.0. And then max you want to go is a 3.0. Now, if you have ketones at a 3.2, I'm not going to be too disappointed. But once they start rising over a 3.3, you start to notice that people don't feel well. They have a lack of energy. So when ketones begin to rise to high, that means that they're not going into the cells to be used. So when you see ketones at a 4.5, 5.0, 6, very rarely I ever see a 7. They're not going anywhere. And that's why people can feel crap even though they make a lot of ketones, because it's not being used. Now, glucose is also quite interesting. Y'all could have the perfect ranges of glucose and ketones and still feel like shite. And the reason that is because the ketones are not being used. And if you have a blood sugar, and I'll use milligrams per deciliter, if you have a blood sugar of 75 and your ketones are at a 1.8 and you feel horrible, that means you're not using those ketones, even though they are in the sweet spot. And this happens quite, well, it's not often, but too often. So then we have to go by symptoms. And the symptoms, I'm looking at the time because I'm not going to go that far over time. The symptoms that you want to have is sustained energy. Just, you feel so friggin' even throughout the day, sleep's on point, mental cognition, boom, alertness, you're there. You're sharp, you're fast. And your exercises, you build muscle, you're not flat, right? Your kidneys rebalance, and you're not showing any keto flu symptoms. How you test is a whole nother chapter. So I might do a series on it, but you really want to use the first month. You want to start doing fasted numbers before you get up to even pee. Just test as soon as you wake up. That's because you've been lying and doing nothing. And so that's an objective number. Once you start moving around, right? Once you start moving around, the numbers will also move around, and we don't want that. And that's also for the ketones. Now for the ketones, you never test any other part of the day, but fasted early in the morning on, an empty stomach. Glucose can be tested all day long, and I'll go more into that in another series. But when you test your glucose after meals, do it by 2 hours at least. Now you can use it for allergies and workouts, but I'll go into that in another video. Don't forget to go to my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic, where I'm on that stuff every freaking day, especially on my stories. And then you can go to also my Facebook fan page, which it's free. It's Stephanie the Business, because y'all started calling me the business, right? Douche and douche. Y'all know I'm 51, right? 51, and I got some energy. If you want to join my keto course, it's $15 a month, not 800 like some people charge for I don't even know what. Okay, still reading my book. I have updated it because so much more information has come out, and I'm out.